So I was sitting here thinking about how messy Port Charles has gotten lately. I mean, it's always a dumpster fire. But this whole thing with Phoebe, man, it's about to hit the fan. Everyone's acting like they know what's up, but honestly, no one has a clue. We're talking about a web of lies that goes way back to Faison. Yeah, that creep. And honestly, I'm just trying to keep my head from exploding while I type this. You see, the General Hospital spoilers are teasing that Phoebe's identity is basically a ticking time bomb. And when it goes off, people are going to lose their minds. Especially when they realize that Nathan, or who we thought was Nathan, is actually this guy, Cassius. A total fake, a phony, a straight up wolf in sheep's clothing situation. You know what I'm saying? I've been watching this show since forever, and let me tell you, the way people are obsessed with Phoebe's mum, Delilah. Everyone off screen is losing their marbles, wanting to know who she really was. It's like, okay, we get it. She came to town, she was bleeding internally, 7th month, mind you, and then she just died. Poof, gone. Left this tiny human behind. It's tragic, sure, but it's also suspicious as heck. If Phoebe didn't exist, we wouldn't even be having this conversation, but the kid is here. She's real. And that means she's connected to someone in this town. Probably someone we see at Kelly's every day. It's that small town feel where everyone is secretly related to a supervillain. Get this, Cassius is actually Liesel's son. And here is where it gets real wonky. He's the twin brother of, well, Cassius? Or maybe Nathan? My brain is short-circuiting because Faison, that absolute madman, covered the whole thing up. Liesel didn't even know she had a spare hidden in the rafters. Faison probably raised the kid in secret, like some weird science experiment, and then handed him over to Sidwell. Sidwell is another piece of work, a real nasty piece of work, as the old folks say. He probably steered Cassius down the same dark road he and Faison walked. Just a bunch of bad dudes doing bad things in the shadows. And it turns out Sidwell had a secret daughter too. Delilah. Yeah, that Delilah. So Cassius and Delilah, they had a thing outside of Port Charles, a real star-crossed lovers vibe, but without the poetry and more of the organised crime flavour. Cassius gets his orders. Go to town, pretend to be Nathan, and infiltrate the PCPD. Easy peasy, right? Wrong. Because he's a terrible husband. He barely visited Delilah. Hardly even called her. Probably because bringing her to Port Chuck would be like throwing a lamb to the lions or whatever. Plus, she was pregnant. You don't bring a pregnant lady into a town where the average lifespan is like 3 weeks if you're a cop. But here's the kicker. Cassius and Sidwell, they have no idea she even made it to town. They think she's safe somewhere else. But nope, she died in labour right under their noses. It took Willow, good old Willow, always the one with the T, to mention to Sidwell that she's helping Chase and Brooklyn with the legal stuff to adopt a baby from a mystery lady who kicked the bucket. Wait, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, Sidwell hears this and he starts digging. He's like, hold up, that's my kid. He didn't even pay attention to her when she was alive. Typical deadbeat behaviour, but now that she's gone, now he cares. He's going to tell his son-in-law Cassius that his wife is dead and he's got a daughter. This is where the educational part comes in, I guess. Like, don't ignore your family, or maybe don't pretend to be a dead guy to join the police force. It's a mess. When Cassius finds out, he's going to want Phoebe back. And Chase and Brooklyn, they're going to have to fight tooth and nail. It's going to be a custody battle for the ages. Cassius's cover is going to be blown sky high. He can't claim a kid while pretending to be someone else. It's messy. I mean, think about the trauma here. Brooklyn has been bonding with this baby. She's finally finding her groove as a mum figure, and then some fake cop comes along and says, hey, that's my kid. Also, I'm a criminal. Like, no thanks. And Chase, he's so by the book, it hurts. He's going to be devastated when he realises he was working alongside a fraud. It's a real kick in the teeth for the PCPD. They really need to vet their employees better, honestly. Like maybe a background check that isn't just, hey, you look like that guy who died. Port Charles is just a playground for these villains. Faison's legacy is like a stain that won't come out, no matter how much bleach you use. Hey, and now we got Sidwell in the mix. It's too much. I'm just hoping Phoebe stays safe, because at the end of the day, she's just a baby caught in a war between monsters. Let's talk about the identity reveal. When Cassius finally stands up and says, I am not Nathan, the whole town is going to shake. Liesel, poor Liesel. She's going to find out she has another son right as he's revealed to be a snake. That's got to hurt. It's like finding a $20 bill in your pocket, but then realizing it's counterfeit and also your pocket has a hole in it and you've lost your keys. Just complete and total disappointment. Anyway, I'm just rambling now, but you get it. The drama is peak right now. We got twins, we got secret daughters, we got fake identities, and a baby at the center of it all. It's what we live for, right? Even if it makes our brains melt a little bit. Just wait until the next episode when someone else turns out to be a long-lost cousin or something. Mark my words. This Phoebe thing is just the tip of the iceberg. I was chatting with my neighbor the other day, and even they were like, who is this Phoebe kid, really? And I was like, dude, sit down. I got a whole theory. But I couldn't even explain it without sounding like a crazy person because the plot is so twisted. Like, how do you explain Cassius, Nathan, Liesel, Faison without a whiteboard and some string? You can't. You just got to ride the wave. Sometimes I wonder if the writers even know where they're going with this, but then I see the clues and I'm like, okay, I see you. The Delilah connection to Sidwell was a smart move. It ties the new threat to the old mystery, and making Cassius a twin classic soap move. It's like, oh, you like this character? Well, here's a version of him that's pure evil. The thing about the fake Nathan is that it taps into that fear of the unknown. Like, you think you know someone, you work with them, you trust them with your life, and then you find out they're a complete stranger. It's a lesson in vigilance, I guess. Though in Port Charles, vigilance usually just means you get kidnapped by a mad scientist instead of a regular murderer. I really hope Chase and Brooklyn can keep that baby though. They've been through enough. Their relationship has been such a slow burn and they finally get some happiness and then bam, Sidwell and Cassius show up to ruin the party. It's not fair. But life isn't fair in soaps. If it was fair, everyone would just go to work, come home, eat some pasta and go to bed. And nobody wants to watch that. We want the fire. We want the secrets. We want the messy reveals in the middle of a wedding or a funeral. Speaking of funerals, Delilah's death is still so weird to me. Why did she come to town alone? She must have been desperate. Maybe she was trying to escape Sidwell? Or maybe she wanted to surprise Cassius? Whatever it was, she paid the ultimate price. And now she's just a name in a file. It's a cautionary tale about the company you keep. If your husband is a fake cop and your dad is a warlord, maybe don't go on a road trip when you're 7 months pregnant. Just a thought. I'm honestly getting a bit worked up just thinking about it. The audacity of Cassius to even think about taking that baby after ignoring his wife for months, that's some high-level narcissism right there. He doesn't want to be a dad. He probably just wants the legacy or whatever nonsense Faison filled his head with. It's sick. And don't get me started on the PCPD. Jordan? Dante? How did they not notice Nathan didn't remember his own life? Did he just fake cough every time someone asked about the past? Hey Nathan, remember that time we cough? Ooh boy, my throat is sore. Can't talk about memories today. It's hilarious if you think about it. The incompetence is staggering. But hey, it makes for good TV. Anyway, I gotta go get some coffee before my head actually explodes from all these spoilers. Just keep an eye on Phoebe, she's the key to everything. And when the truth comes out, well, let's just say there's gonna be a lot of I told you so's going around. Stay tuned, folks. It's about to get real. Oh, and one more thing. Did you notice how Sidwell always seems to be one step ahead? It's like he has cameras everywhere. Or maybe he just has a lot of minions. Whatever it is, he's a dangerous cat. If he finds out Cassius is failing the mission because of a baby, he might just take care of both of them. And by take care of, I mean the bad way, like sleeping with the fishes way. This whole storyline is just a big reminder that the past never stays buried. You can change your name, you can change your face, but the truth is like a weed. It'll grow through the cracks in the sidewalk eventually. And in Port Charles, that sidewalk is made of lies and the weeds are giant man-eating plants. Okay, I'm done for real now. Peace out, watch your back, and don't trust anyone who looks like a guy who died a few years ago. It's just common sense at this point. I mean, right? Wait, did I mention the twins again? I feel like the twin thing is the most important part. Cassius and the other one. Liesel is going to be so confused. She's going to need a lot of schnapps to get through this reveal. Maybe some of that fancy German chocolate too. She deserves it. Being a mum in Port Charles is basically a full-time job with no benefits and a high risk of your kids being evil. Poor Phoebe. She doesn't even know she's part of a dynasty of doom. She's just there being cute, probably wondering why everyone is shouting all the time. Little does she know, she's the most important person in town right now. A literal $1 million baby, but with more crime involved. Man, I can't wait for Monday. You know what's crazy? I was looking at some old clips of Nathan, and then I looked at Cassius, and I was like, how did I not see it? The eyes are different. Or maybe it's just the vibe. Real Nathan had a heart. Cassius, he's got a brick in his chest, and it's cold. It's funny how we see what we want to see. The town wanted Nathan back so bad, they ignored the red flags. They wanted the hero. They got the villain. It's a lesson in grief, really. When you're hurting, you'll believe anything. And the villains, they prey on that. They're like vultures. So yeah, Phoebe's identity, Cassius's reveal, Sidwell's revenge, it's all coming. And I'll be here with my popcorn screaming at the screen like a lunatic. Because that's what we do. Don't tell me you don't do the same thing. We're all in this together. This beautiful, messy, ridiculous soap opera life. See ya in the comments. One last thought. What if Delilah isn't actually dead? No, that's too much. She's dead. But in Port Charles, dead is usually just a suggestion. So who knows, maybe she'll walk through the door next November sweeps. Heaven help us all if that happens. Seriously though, 15 minutes of reading, I could talk about this for hours. There's so much layers. It's like an onion, a very stinky criminal onion. I think I've covered everything. The fake Nathan, the secret daughter, the baby, the twin brother mystery. Yeah, that's the gist of it. Port Charles. What a place. Stay messy, my friends. And remember, if someone says they're your long lost son, ask for a DNA test and maybe a background check and a polygraph. And then run. Just run. Okay? Bye for real. Wait. The identity of Phoebe's dad is definitely Cassius. But what if it's not? What if Faison? No, let's not go there. My brain can only take so much. Peace. So I think I'm done? Yeah, done. Phew. That was a lot. I hope you enjoyed the rant. Catch you on the flip side. Or at the PCPD. Whichever comes first. Hopefully the flip side, the PCPD is clearly not safe. Bye.